Boom, baby, boom. This is where we talk on this week about the birth totems. This is part one of a two-part series. Let's get started. You brothers and sisters know what to do. Let me know you're doing well, being a positive light in this world of darkness by hitting those Wolfpack howls in the comments below. In the meantime, between time, let's go. How you already know what time it is, brothers and sisters. This has been a long overdue series that and a topic that so many people have wanted me to hit on and work on it. I said, you know what? Let's do this. Let's work on the birth totems. You know, a lot of us don't even know what those are, and it's okay. You have your stars and all that astrology and stuff. And don't get me wrong, the Babylonian physics of things is cool and stuff. It's too much for me, quite honestly. And there's so many things out there that it's hard to get the real meat and potatoes. Okay, but when it comes to birth totems, for me, it is something that hits more traditional for me and my culture, and it hits home. So good medicine is good medicine, and that's what I'm all about. Basically, it's like this. You have so many things out there when it comes to birth totems. Do not Google this. Do not try to go out there and try to research it on the internet. You're going to want to go to indigenous First Nation brothers and sisters and learn from them, okay? And that is the best way, okay? I've seen oftentimes, you'll see these astrologists, birth totems, and all this stuff, and that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make any sense. You can't mix the Babylonian with the native culture and the moons. Okay, so let's just clarify that right now. There's no such thing as that stuff, that horoscope, birth totems, and all that stuff. That doesn't even make sense. Okay, so I'm gonna break this down. I feel like this is a much needed topic. It has not been put out there like it needs to, and it's a crying shame. But hopefully, this will provoke others to even make shows on this and maybe provide insight for a lot more people. Okay, you basically have 12 full moons in a year. Each one of these moons are given a animal birth totem, okay? And those birth totems are assigned to us. These animals are not something that we're so necessarily into, but it's an animal that we're necessarily can learn from. Okay? If you have children, you have friends, you have family, and you're having a hard time, get to understand them. You can find understanding through learning what their birth totem is. Again, this has nothing to do with the year, only the birth month and day, because again, this has to do with the 12 moons. Okay, so that said, let's get into the first moon of the year, which is the wolf moon, right? So that birth totem is basically a snow goose. Okay, so the snow goose is for anyone who has a birthday from December 22nd to January 19th. Your birth totem is a snow goose, and there's several things that deal with birth totems. Okay, but when you're looking at a totem pole, the very first animal is that individual's birth totem. Okay, and the snow goose, if you were born between December 22nd and January 19th, you are a snow goose. Okay, this is an example of what a snow goose birth totem is. I can tell you this, that in the birth totems you get a healing crystal that goes with it, or a crystal that gets assigned to it. You also have a healing direction, okay, or of peace and empowerment, and you have an element of the four elements: earth, wind, fire, you understand, water. These elements are assigned to you to also teach you a lesson about basically a better you, a better understanding of you. Too often times we're too too much trying to dissect other people. And why don't we work on us? We can't change nobody. We can't be in charge of anybody. When it comes to our journey, we can. Okay. So that is where the birth totem is going to sound off. When you go into, if your birthday is January 20th to February 18th, your birth totem is an otter. Okay. And that is a very special, a special birth totem. And if you have children that are otters, you can understand it. They're playful types. They have their own me time types. An otter is unable to do well without like their own time. Okay, and believe it or not, fall is probably one of the otter. If you're a birth totem is an otter, is probably your favorite time of year. It wouldn't surprise me if it's not that. It'll be the spring to summer, like in there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so then moving right along. Now I'm just gonna go quickly on this because I don't want to take too much time, but I'm gonna get into the real meat and potatoes of each one of these birth totems next week, and then you guys will have a better understanding as to all that is encompassed with the birth totem. But right now, we're just working on identifying each moon's birth totem, okay? If your birthday was February 19th to March 20th, your birth totem is a wolf. I have one of my oldest children is a wolf, and I'm telling you, he's a survivor. He is good being on his own, but there are moments where he requires the pack. And each wolf can be a lone wolf, but each wolf appreciates the pack. It's like they're strong enough to be on their own, but they're smart enough to know when to stand together. That is Running Wolf, my oldest son. That's him to a T, okay? I swear. Following that, that wolf would be the Red Hawk. March 21st to April 19th. The Red Hawk is something special. That would be our second winged animal this in the moons. Okay. Also, the red hawks are very quiet. They digest a lot and they analyze a lot. Okay. Meditation is their strong suit. I'll just say that much. Right. So if your birthday falls between March 21st and April 19th, you are a red hawk, and congratulations on learning your birth totem. Moving right along, April 22nd to May 20th is the beaver. I love the artwork over here. And if you really look, you see how they have the tail wrapped underneath them. This beaver is a worker, and the two teeth in the front. And you really have to look at the artwork, and you'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it, man. It's awesome, right? Beaver has no shame in work, and sometimes will bury their problems. A beaver will bury their problems and just move on, okay? And this will accumulate a massive avalanche in a beaver's life, okay? So if you have an April 20th to May 20th, you are a beaver. Congratulations. Moving right along to the next birth totem. That is May 21st to June 20th. That is the deer. The deer is special for me because that's my wife. She's a deer. By spirit. Her spirit animal is a deer, but her birth totem is actually a salmon. So it's kind of interesting when you have that. So the deer holds a special place in our hearts, right? They're very finicky. They're very also quiet, reserved. But when they have their tempers, they will take it all out on one situation called the needle that broke the camel's back philosophy. Oh, moving right along. Let's get into June 21st to July 21st. That is the woodpecker. The woodpecker, as it beaks into a tree and finds a special connection, that sound resonating, we affiliate that with Mother Earth's heartbeat. It is a special animal in which is able to find connections in unique ways and very empathic people. They feel things, they don't understand it because most of them need love to justify their worth. And woodpeckers, one of their biggest battles is that. Going right along to the next one would be July 22nd to August 22nd, and that is the salmon. The salmon is a unique individual because they'll do things the hard way. My middle child, Red Hawk, is definitely, he was born August 15th. He's a salmon. He will learn his way, he will do it in his time, but when they are ready, they will be successful. So you just kind of have to let the salmon go and they will be successful. So they do well with support, they do well with encouragement, they do well with recognition. I mean, who doesn't? But I'm saying, in particular, the salmon will be that birth totem's biggest confidence because when a salmon gets in a lower vibration and a negative, they spiral into a depression very quickly. So it is easy to work with salmon if you know the little tricks to the trade. The next one coming up is my favorite, or one of my favorites. They're all my favorite and hold a special place. But August 23rd to September 22nd would be the bear. The bear, aka Yona, Yona bear. Yona is a special medicine. Bear medicine is a special place in my heart. Um, Bears can den out. They have special times. They're very fun. They're very on their own. They're all out there doing what they can, man. They just like to be happy, man. But at the same time, when there's nonsense, they can be poking the bear is not a good idea, and they will take on other people's negative energy as if it were their own. And that's probably one of the bear's biggest problems and things they need to work on is they'll get into a situation. They're like, what do you mean? He did what to you? I don't like him anymore, you know? Judging is not too far-fetched for the bear, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? Okay, moving on to the next one would be September 23rd to October 22nd. That is the raven. Now, the raven is a special caw. They let us know the signs. They also work well with the wolf, all right? Ravens will let wolves know where and what prey is below them, and they work as a partnership. And it is a very amazing thing to see that happen. And knowing that they are hunters, they are good seers, they do see things, can gossip, can get into this little lumpish of rhetoric called the soap operas, self-inflicted wounds, but ravens have a special keen sense to them, and they have intuition that's amazing, but they also pay attention to things to where their intuition is confirmed. Ravens are very special. Next one is one of the biggest struggles that we have in this birth totem world because it's given a stereotype. October 23rd to November 21st is the snake. The snake, if you notice, has flippers. This is water snakes. Okay, snakes do go in water and can swim, believe it or not. But the snake changes its skin. It is able to be the jack of all trades, master of none. But a jack of all trades is better than the master of one, as they say. The snake is able to conform. The snake is able to go into any type of environment and be camouflaged or be able to fit in. The snake is able to change personalities from home to work to relationships. Even with different friends, there'll be a different personality because they conform to the environment to make things go easier. They are not an evil thing. The snake is a beautiful animal with a spirit. And I tell you this, I really struggle helping people understand that. On the 11th moon, the snake was gifted to those who were born during the time period of, again, October 23rd to November 21st. A very special animal. And finally, the 12th moon, that is November 22nd to December 21st, and that is the owl. That is what I am. I was born December 9th, and I ain't afraid to say I'm a hooter, man. Okay? I ain't afraid to say it. How about that? How you like me now? You know what I mean? It is important to know that you have a distinguishing difference as well between what a birth totem animal is versus a spirit guide animal versus a spirit animal, right? These are all three different things. And it's important to know the difference. A birth totem animal has no control. You have no control over when you were born, okay? The creator made it happen, and there was timing, divine timing between your mom and your dad, and that's how you were created. This is given a birth totem. A spirit guide is an animal that will walk with you, okay? And a spirit animal is one you can see, an animal that you can see yourself as. So these are the differences between the birth totem, the spirit animal, and the spirit guide animals. This is a conclusion of the beginner entrance to the birth totems. Hopefully, you guys all resonate, understand. If you have any questions, please put those in the comments below because I will definitely be responding. I'm all about building this channel and I need your help to share this channel, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. You guys already know it's your brother. How highest blessings and warm winds. I'll see you next time.